As a fractional CFO, I used lots of different FP&A tools over the years. And then one day, I just thought, why don't I build my own? Because all of these tools just didn't work the way I wanted them to work. My name's Kevin Steele, fractional CFO, over 18 years finance experience. In this video today, I'm going to walk through and show you my app that I built and what it takes to do the same. For years, I paid over £8,000 a year for FP&A software, but there was always one thing that annoyed me, whether the cash didn't flow correctly, whether something didn't balance the way I wanted to. I've been a fractional CFO for many, many years now. I've used all the online FP&A tools to help my clients with forecasting, budgeting, cash flow, all that kind of good stuff. But the reason I used all these different tools is because in each one, there was always one annoying thing. For example, one tool might use an average of customer collection time, which wouldn't get that exact cash flow that was needed for the precision. Another tool might not have the reporting elements you need that a client is specifically looking for. So maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, one day I saw this thing called Claude and I was like, well, okay, maybe I should learn about this. So I installed Claude and I said to Claude, hey, let's build a simple P&L. And I built a simple P&L. And then I built a balance sheet. Then I built a cash flow statement. And then fast forward 4 to 5 months, I've now built a fully functioning FP&A app that I use on all my clients. So the main question you're probably going to ask is, should you do this? And number 2, how much does it cost? So to give you an idea of the last 4 or 5 months of development, basically I've been running my fractional CFO firm full time. So we're talking like 55 hours a week. But on top of that, I was actually developing this app as well. So that was every spare hour in the evening and pretty much all weekends. There was a period of about maybe 5-6 weeks. I didn't even leave the house. I was getting Uber Eats deliveries. I was getting grocery deliveries. I was just stuck in AI psychosis building that app. But all that work has got us to the stage we're at now. And that stage we're at now is I actually use this app for every single one of my clients. I have launched this to the public. We have early testers using it and the feedback has been fantastic so far. So in terms of cost, time is your real cost. The actual cost to run this software is maybe a couple of $100 a month, Claude Max subscription, Supabase for the database, and something called Vercel to deploy the front end. So even though it costs a lot of time, but not a lot of actual money cost every month, what it has enabled me to do is provide a much better service to my clients. I can now customize things exactly how I want and give my clients the information they need in exactly the way they want to receive it with hugely improved cash flow accuracy. Because as we know, cash flow is most important above everything else. And then if we think about that even further, I lost my train of thought. So saying all that, let me show you what I built. So I shall share screen and we can go here. So this is a demo account, guys. Don't worry, it is not real client data. So as you'll see here, we have a profit and loss account. We've got a balance sheet. We've got cash flow. Everything's all interlinked together. You update something in the profit and loss, it means the cash flow will be updated, the balance sheet will be updated, it means that the tax will be calculated, it means that the customer payment times will be calculated, etc., etc. We also have this variable section here. So this is what's called driver-based forecasting. So we don't want to just type in a number as a random estimate. We want to actually link it to the background. So number of deals closed, etc., multiplied by another thing to get the figure we're after. We build these drivers in the background like Excel formula. We can jump to different areas like sales pipeline, website traffic, etc. And the good thing about this app is it pulls in data not just from finance software. So for example, Xero, QuickBooks, and Sage. It also pulls in data from other sources. So we can link up something like Google Analytics, and then the Google Analytics website data will flow through into this app in real time. So this app becomes one source of truth, both for finance data and non-finance data. And the great thing as well is because I've developed this, if a client wants a specific piece of software linked up, I can build an integration in about 3 or 4 hours and make this completely customized to the client. We have lots of other great features as well. We can kind of have multiple scenarios we can activate. We can set scenarios as a master budget. We have a full kind of reporting suite here, fully customizable blocks for anything that we want to add in, all completely tailored to the client. We also have a live dashboard as well, which is really, really handy. So for example, here, I build these custom for my clients, and this data can stream through live in real time. Everything's kind of customizable, and the clients have full access to this. And the good thing is this works both online and offline. So I can actually download this file, send it to people, and it will work offline, and all the kind of hover over on any kind of graphs or data spark lines will work offline and online. And in terms of the forecasting, you can do it by journals if you want. You can do it by these little mini forecasts if you want. You can do it many different ways. Or if you simply just want to go to forecast and type something in, you can just kind of type it in the box and it will automatically update. So I just updated that to 500,000. That will update in the P&L, in the balance sheet, and on the cash flow. And one thing to see, we've done this on the master budget on a scenario. So what that means is that change I just made right there, that will only stick to this scenario. If I turn this off and go back to the baseline, it means that 500,000 is not on the baseline, which is our normal scenario. So what that means is we can set up all these different scenarios and do all this different kind of what if analysis. So when working with my clients, I generally have what's called the baseline. That's just our normal expected forecast. Then we might have a good scenario, a medium scenario, a worst case scenario. And then we use that to measure the business performance month on month, quarter on quarter, etc. Also, lots of other cool things that we can build in. For example, we've got a goal seek tool here. So for example, if this client's revenue increased by, let's say, 42%, it will show you the impact on all the key figures, the gross margin, the EBITDA, the retained earnings, and also if the client's labor costs increased by 89%, then you can see here, the EBITDA decreases, the gross margin decreases. So for non-finance people, this is a really cool way to understand how like a change in the revenue or a change in a staff cost or a change in, we can add anything we like into this, can affect the overall profitability of the business. And this works on historic and forecast information. So this is really, really handy. You can layer this into scenarios as well, all this kind of good stuff. This video would be literally about 90 minutes long if I explained all the different features of this app. But remember, I use this live in all my clients. I have early testers using this, and I built this myself in 4.5 months with zero prior coding experience. I hadn't even written a line of HTML, nothing. I learned it all by myself using Claude Code. So, hope you enjoyed that little demo. So the app might look cool and everything, but this is not just a case of put the website into Claude and then say, hey, Claude, copy this app. It will not work. Trust me. The amount of background testing that is required to get this working for a financial app is very, very in-depth. For instance, building the profit and loss, balance sheet, cash flow, and just trying to get all the different interactions for everything to flow through correctly took a hell of a long time. It involved me building all kind of tests in the background, things called like smoke tests, invariant tests, lots of different guards, different AI checks, etc. in the background to make sure nothing broke. And over the last 4 to 5 months, as I've been doing this, the list of tests grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. Now my list of tests it runs about 60 different tests before any one line of code is committed. And without these tests, if you try to copy this, it would not work. It would not balance. And you would be like, oh my God, I thought AI was like the best thing ever. It can just recreate apps, no problem. It doesn't work for that, guys, especially for a finance app, because finance app accuracy is paramount. The other key area is security. The amount of time I spent in security was a lot, put it that way. A lot of time, a lot of testing, a lot of help from external people who are security experts, making sure this is locked down. The hardest part, probably, of all of this was actually building the login flow for the different users. When you're building in two-factor authentication, magic links for passwords, sign in via Microsoft, via Google, via Xero, QuickBooks, Sage, etc., all that kind of good stuff. Very, very difficult, that part of it. Not more difficult than building the entire app, but it just goes to show that you might be able to generate something that looks pretty, but without that expert knowledge, that last 10%, then it's not going to work. So if you guys would actually like to check out this app and use it, then all you need to do is go here, app.inflectiveintel.com. It will take you to this page and you will see 3 different buttons. Number 1, try demo. That is a full big demo of a large company. Group demo. This is a demo of a big group of companies because group forecasting is a little bit different than just forecasting for one company. And if you really want to play about from the ground up, you can try the sandbox, which is a very stripped down version of the app with very little data. So you can play about with it kind of from a blank slate and kind of see how accruals, prepayments work, forecasting work, all that kind of good stuff. So that's app.inflectiveintel.com. And then if you like what you see and you want to be an early tester, you'll see that link there. Get early access, click it, fill in the form, and I'll get back to you.